Hey guys, I hope you had a wonderful spring break. I enjoyed my time with my family, playing outside, jumping on the trampoline, watching movies, doing fun things like that. And I hope you got to do the same with your family. This week, I wanted to talk to you about Easter. Now, when you think about Easter, you might think about the Easter bunny, Easter eggs, chocolate bunnies, jelly beans, all the fun things that you think about with Easter. And that's okay. Those things are good and those things are fun. The reason we do those things is because we are celebrating something way more important than a chocolate bunny. We're celebrating Jesus. Jesus, the reason that we celebrate Easter is because it's when Jesus died on the cross and then he rose again a few days later. And that's why we celebrate Easter. It's about Jesus coming back and making a way for us to be able to talk to God. It's very special, very important, and I hope you remember that while you're eating your chocolate bunny and having fun with your Easter eggs. So I'm going to go over some of the story of Easter. It begins with Jesus going into Jerusalem, and people were so excited to see him. He had been doing miracles and he had been preaching and teaching and spending time with people, and everybody was so excited about him coming to town. So he was going to go into town on a donkey, and he told his two friends, here's his two friends, he said, I'm going to tell you where to get this donkey. I'm going to tell you exactly where to go. And they went exactly where he said, and they got the donkey, and they took it to Jesus, and then they put their coats on it so Jesus wouldn't have to sit on a sticky donkey, and he rode into town. Now, the people in town were super excited to see him too, and they did something special. They cut palm branches down, and they laid them on the ground and their coats to make it like a special carpet like you would do for a king or somebody really important. They were really being nice and showing respect for Jesus. And they were yelling, Hosanna, Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. And while they were doing that, there were some people that were leaders, and they did not like it. They were afraid and they were jealous because they wanted the attention on them. They wanted people to be excited about them instead of Jesus. And because of that, they had a very bad plan. So even though he came into the town and everyone was excited to see him, some bad people wanted to hurt Jesus. Isn't that sad? That night, I think it was that night, one night, Jesus had a special meal with his friends. His friends, I'm going to tell you their names. Peter, Andrew, James, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Simon, Matthew, James, Thomas, Thaddeus, and Judas. And here's a picture of all of them together, okay? And they were going to have a special dinner, but before they had dinner, Jesus wanted to wash their feet. And at that time, they did not have regular roads like we have. You might walk down the sidewalk. Well, their roads were made out of dirt, and they didn't wear tennis shoes. They wore sandals. So if you've ever played in the dirt in your sandals, you know when you go in, for my kids, I made them take a foot bath. They had to wash their feet before they could play because their feet were so dirty. And that's how it was for these guys. They had been walking in their sandals and their feet were filthy, and it was not a fun job. It wasn't a fun job that anybody wanted to do. Okay, it wasn't a job that people were excited about. But Jesus did it to show that we can serve people. We can even do things for people that we're not excited about. Maybe we don't love to sweep the floor, but maybe we can help our mom do that sometimes. Maybe we don't love to share our toys, but we can do that. So Jesus did to show us that we should be loving and caring to other people. So after he got finished washing their feet, they had a meal, and it was called the Last Supper. And it was the last supper they were going to have with Jesus, which is very sad. And at that Last Supper, he showed them something very special that they could do after he was gone. He gave them bread and he gave them juice. And he said, take this. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong page. Right here. Take this bread and take this juice, and when you drink it and when you eat it, I want you to think about me. I want you to think about the fact that I am going to die on a cross for you. I want you to think about the fact that I love you and that I'm going to go through really hard times for you, but I'm also going to come back and I'm going to be with you forever. So it was a really special dinner, and this was a very special thing called communion. And you may see it at your church sometime because we still do it. We still have the juice and the cracker. Now, I'm running out of time on this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this and I'm going to start another one, and I'm going to tell you the rest of the story. Okay?